Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go through the flurries here at Arrowhead. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
180! Hey, 43, 15. My side!
Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap. So, from 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Yellow!
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will go all the way. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Now the runner-up in last year's Heisman race, Ashton Genty. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play there for the Raiders. 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Once again, it's Genty. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Go to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard.
Hey, here we go, hey.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On second down, Smith. Rolling right. He's going to tuck, and he gets to the outside and takes it in. Geno Smith, touchdown, Las Vegas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow.
On the ground, this is Hunt. Room to run at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big play for KC. 31 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give them about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5. Here's a run with Hunt. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a carry for Hunt. And he'll get about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A 6-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This is about as short as you can get. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gina. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Inside the 20. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play there for the Raiders. 71 yards.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback can not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
A 2nd down throw for Smith.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's to the root. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. That's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
One quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. stay on the ground. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Darnay Holmes over there to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Yellow.
Now, Mahomes. They try to set up the screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
So now, after the penalty, a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Mahomes back. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mahomes. Forced to his right. Taking off. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Yellow.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yellow.
Drive will start start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing now, Mahomes. Moving, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Take this in, back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st down, here's Geno to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's a handoff to Genty, running left.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the 1st down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Smith from the gun on third down. He's going to take a shot down the field. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over.
40-yard line.
Every day come cool and shady. I'm airing you cause I'm in anxious state. Don't worry, daily.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That was good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Yellow.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Second and 10.
32-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Yellow.
Third and long for Mahomes. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Here's Matt Araiza now, as he is on to punt for KC. No return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 16.
To throw, it's Smith. He's going to air this one out. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So conventional wisdom says, all right, it's a snow game, the footing's bad, this is just going to be a slugfest and pound the ball, but it's actually the opposite. The offense actually has all the advantage because they know where they're going, so the passing game, if done right, can actually be a huge advantage in this sort of weather, and they're going to continue to test these guys in the passing game downfield.
Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here. The third quarter underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
A couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
He's got another first down and more. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas.
Just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and completed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page as his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll lead to a second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good blocking at the point of attack. They'll pick up on 7, and it brings up third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
That's swung out to Hunt. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Fire down these two. 15.
On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Yellow.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards. They wind up getting 7 on that 3rd and 4.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, it's Geno. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's it's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
This returnable from inside his own 40. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
Yellow. Right side.
Now a carry for Hunt. And he brought down at the, your guess is as good as mine. Why would you say gained about 3 yards? From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now, Mahomes. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he is going to have a Chiefs 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Post defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Patrick to throw. Escaping to his left. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. This one caught at the 4. He's driving for the goal line, will be stopped short, but has enough for the first down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the third quarter.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second.
Hunt. Will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A run. Genty. Up the sideline at the 35. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll run to begin the 4th, and here's Genty. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Once again, it's Genty. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Smith to throw. He gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Vegas.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Raiders.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion is Myers. Now a 2nd down throw for Smith. On the run to the right. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. First and 10 now from the 36.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two.
Travel start on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Yellow. Barcelona. Hey, 43, 15. Easy.
Mahomes now on second down. In the middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
46-yard line.
Yellow.
Now a give up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Yellow.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From 29, here's second and 6. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now give on the ground. And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. The only burst is through clouds. He slowed up just a gain of a couple.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the 20, here's second down and 7.
Yellow. 180.
They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On third down, Mahomes. That's taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in, and he will on 4th down in the red zone. Pays off with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Yellow.
Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, KC. He is shining in his postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Mostert now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Smith. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, KC.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed him the most.
Yellow.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. He'll look underneath for Hunt. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
one in the win column for the Chiefs. They are moving on. As the #1 seed, the victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.